What if I told you your worst moments were actually working in your favor? What if the heartbreak, the rejection, the loss, everything you thought was breaking you, was actually setting you up for something beyond your wildest dreams? What if every failure was, in reality, a divine recalibration, not a step backward, but a strategic move forward? Think about the moment when you felt like life was crumbling around you. Maybe you lost an opportunity you desperately wanted. Maybe someone you loved walked away. Maybe things just didn't go as planned, and you were left wondering why. Why did this happen to me? But what if you've never actually lost anything at all? What if the universe was never against you, but always conspiring in your favor? You see, the biggest illusion in manifestation, the thing that keeps people stuck in fear and doubt, is the belief that when something doesn't go their way, they've failed. That they've been rejected. That life is unfair. But that's not how the universe works. The universe is not punishing you. It's not ignoring you. It's aligning you. Because here's the truth, loss does not exist in manifestation. What you think you lost was never meant for you in that form, or at that time. Everything that exits your life is simply making space for something greater. So, what if the very thing you're mourning right now, the setback, the heartbreak, the missed opportunity, is actually the catalyst for your biggest breakthrough? What if, instead of fearing loss, you started seeing it as proof that the universe is moving you towards something better? Let's unravel this illusion and shift the way you see your entire life. Because once you understand this, you will never fear losing again. And hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Serving Your Success family. One of the biggest reasons people lose faith in manifestation is because they believe it's not working. They set an intention, visualize, affirm, and wait, but nothing seems to happen. In fact, sometimes things seem to be moving in the opposite direction. That's when the doubts creep in. You wonder, am I doing something wrong? Did the universe not hear me? Maybe manifestation isn't real after all. But here's something most people don't realize: delay is not denial. Just because you don't see your desire materializing right now doesn't mean it's not happening. The universe is always responding, it just works on a different timeline than we expect. If something is delayed, it's not because you're being ignored or forgotten. It's because something important is happening behind the scenes. Sometimes, the delay happens because you're being prepared for what you've asked for. You might think you're ready, but the universe sees a bigger picture. Maybe there are lessons you still need to learn, mindset shifts that need to take place, or internal growth that must happen before you can fully receive what you desire. Imagine someone manifesting financial abundance, but still carrying a scarcity mindset. If a large sum of money arrived too soon, they might mismanage it and end up back where they started. The delay isn't rejection, it's preparation. Other times, the delay happens because something better is coming. You might be fixated on one specific outcome, convinced it's the best option, but the universe has a way of delivering something far greater than what you imagined. Maybe you're manifesting a specific job, but what if taking that position would have blocked you from an opportunity that aligns even more deeply with your purpose? If things aren't unfolding the way you planned, it's often because there's a better version waiting in the wings. And then, there are times when external factors simply aren't in place yet. Manifestation isn't just about you, it's about the entire web of circumstances, people, and events that must align. You might be ready for your dream relationship, but the person meant for you could be going through their own growth process, preparing to meet you at the right time. You might be calling in a new home, but the perfect place for you hasn't become available yet. Trust that the universe is orchestrating everything in divine timing. The truth is, delay is never a stop sign. It's a setup for something greater. Imagine applying for what you believed was your dream job. You felt so certain you were going to get it, but then, nothing. You weren't chosen. In that moment, it feels like a failure. But months later, an even better opportunity appears, one that pays more, brings you more joy, and aligns more deeply with your purpose. And suddenly, it all makes sense. This is how manifestation works. What looks like rejection is often redirection. Instead of thinking, "Why hasn't this happened yet?" shift your mindset to, "I trust that everything is unfolding perfectly for me." Every delay is either protecting you, preparing you, or leading you somewhere even better. And when you truly embrace this, you'll stop fearing loss altogether. Because once you trust that everything is happening for you, not to you, you become unstoppable. It's easy to feel frustrated when something you deeply desire doesn't manifest. You visualize, affirm, and take inspired action, yet the door seems to remain shut. In those moments, it's tempting to believe you've failed or that the universe has abandoned you. But what if that no wasn't a rejection at all? What if it was actually a divine redirection? Many people don't realize that when the universe blocks something, it's not to punish or deprive them, it's to protect them or guide them towards something even greater. Sometimes, we become so attached to a specific outcome that we don't see the unseen factors at play. We focus on what we think is best for us, but the universe sees the full picture, beyond our current emotions, past experiences, and limited perspective. Think about a time when you wanted something so badly, only to look back later and realize how much better off you were without it. Maybe it was a relationship you fought to keep, only to later meet someone far more aligned with your true self. Maybe it was a job opportunity you were devastated to lose, only to land a position that offered even more freedom, growth, and abundance. In hindsight, it all makes sense. But in the moment, the disappointment can feel overwhelming. So why does the universe sometimes block what we want? One reason is timing. You might be asking for something that you're not yet fully prepared to receive. If the universe gave you everything you desired instantly, would you truly be able to handle it? Maybe you're manifesting success, but there are still skills or lessons you need to develop first. Maybe you're calling in love, but you still need to heal wounds from the past so that you can show up fully in a new relationship. The delay isn't a denial, it's a chance to grow into the person who can truly sustain what you're asking for. Another reason is protection. There are times when you're being shielded from something that wouldn't serve you in the way you think. Perhaps you're manifesting a certain person, but if they entered your life right now, they would bring more pain than joy. Perhaps you're asking for a business opportunity, but it would have led to burnout instead of fulfillment. The universe has access to information that you don't, and sometimes, its way of loving you is by keeping you away from what would ultimately hold you back. And then, there's the most exciting reason of all, something better is on its way. You may be attached to a specific version of your desire, but the universe is preparing something far beyond your expectations. What you thought was the best-case scenario is actually a stepping stone to something even greater. If only you knew what was coming, you'd never worry about the things that didn't work out. So, the next time you feel blocked or rejected, ask yourself, what if this is actually a redirection? What if the universe is guiding me towards something even more magical? Trust that when one door closes, it's because a better one is about to open. And when you embrace that, you step into a reality where you never truly lose, you just keep leveling up. It's easy to feel frustrated when things don't go as planned. When we experience setbacks, rejection, or unexpected detours, our first instinct is often to ask, why is this happening to me? But what if you shifted that question slightly? What if, instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you began to see them as stepping stones? What if, instead of believing life is happening to you, you embraced the idea that everything is actually happening for you? The moment you start looking at life this way, everything changes. Suddenly, rejection is no longer something to fear, it's something to trust. That job you didn't get? Maybe it saved you from a toxic work environment. That relationship that ended? Perhaps it was clearing space for a love that aligns with the highest version of you. The universe isn't in the business of taking things away, it's in the business of giving you exactly what you need to evolve, even if it doesn't always look the way you expected. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is learning to reframe rejection as an answered prayer in disguise. Think about a time when you really wanted something but didn't get it. In the moment, it felt like a loss. Maybe you were devastated, confused, or even angry. But looking back, can you see how that closed door actually led you to something better? Maybe that no protected you from something that wasn't right for you. Maybe it pushed you in a direction that brought you closer to your true purpose. Real-life examples of this are everywhere. There are countless stories of people who didn't get the opportunity they wanted, only to end up in a position far beyond what they ever imagined. There are people who were heartbroken over relationships that ended, only to later meet the love of their life. Even personal setbacks, health challenges, financial struggles, moments of uncertainty, often turn out to be the very experiences that shape us into who we're meant to become. When you start seeing life this way, frustration turns into faith. Instead of resisting what's happening, you begin to trust the process. Instead of doubting yourself when things don't go your way, you realize that every detour is actually part of the plan. You stop labeling experiences as good or bad and start seeing them as necessary pieces of your journey. So, the next time you find yourself facing disappointment, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is not happening to me, this is happening for me. Trust that every challenge, every redirection, every delay is working in your favor. And when you fully embrace that truth, you'll no longer see obstacles as something to fear. You'll see them as proof that the universe is always leading you somewhere greater. Manifesting can feel like a mysterious process, but one truth makes all the difference. Attachment repels, and detachment attracts. I know, it sounds strange, right? But once you understand this, you'll see how letting go can actually speed up your manifestation journey. Here's the thing, when you hold on too tightly to something you desire, you create resistance. It's like clenching your fist around something, you don't leave any room for it to flow freely. And that's the paradox of letting go. The more you release control, the more you allow your desires to come to you. It's counterintuitive, but letting go isn't about giving up on your dreams. It's about trusting that the universe knows how and when to bring them into your life. When you're attached to an outcome, you're sending out an energy of doubt or fear. But when you detach, you send out a vibration of trust and openness, and that's when things really start to move. Think of it like this, imagine you've planted a seed. The seed doesn't stress out about when it's going to grow or how it's going to happen. It trusts the process, and it just grows in its own time. Your desires are like that seed, they don't need you to micromanage them. Now, surrendering might sound like giving up, but it's actually the fastest way to receive. When you surrender, you're not giving up on your dreams, but you're allowing divine timing to work its magic. You let go of the pressure to control every detail and trust that what's meant for you will come in the right way, and at the right time. It's almost like opening your hands and allowing what you want to slip into your life, instead of holding on so tightly that it can't get through. And to really make this work, the first step is to notice where you're holding on too tightly. Are you obsessing over the how of your manifestation? Maybe you're constantly checking if things are happening as quickly as you want. Acknowledging this attachment is the first step to releasing it. When you stop worrying about the how, you create space for the universe to figure that out. Shift your focus to why you want what you want instead. Let go of how it's going to come to you and just know that it will, in the way that's best for you. Being present is another big piece of this puzzle. When you're living fully in the moment, you're not dwelling on the future or worrying about your goals. You're enjoying the journey, and that's where the magic happens. It's like letting go of the need to control the outcome and just being grateful for where you are. Gratitude is so powerful because it shifts your energy into one of abundance. When you can appreciate what you have now, it signals that you're ready for more. Ultimately, letting go of control is the key to making room for everything you want to flow into your life. When you can surrender to the process, you open up to a whole new level of trust and alignment with the universe. And the best part? The more you practice it, the faster you'll see results. So remember, the universe is always working in your favor, you just have to trust it. Let go, surrender, and watch everything unfold perfectly. Sometimes it can be hard to tell whether what you're going through is a test from the universe or if it's a redirection, a nudge to move in a different direction. These moments often feel like you're at a crossroads, unsure of whether to push through or to let go. The good news is that understanding the difference can help you navigate with more clarity and confidence. A challenge meant to strengthen you is one where you face obstacles that push you beyond your comfort zone, but it's in alignment with your ultimate goals. You might feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even defeated at times, but these challenges are meant to help grow you. They build resilience, sharpen your skills, and prepare you for something bigger. If you're in a situation that tests your patience, perseverance, or your ability to problem solve, this could be the universe asking you to dig deeper, to level up, and to become stronger. The key here is that the challenge aligns with your long-term vision, even if it doesn't seem clear at first. On the other hand, a redirection feels more like the universe is guiding you away from something that no longer serves your higher good. It's like a gentle push off your current path, even if you thought that path was the right one. Signs of redirection can show up as unexpected roadblocks, doors that slam shut, or situations where no matter how hard you try, things just don't seem to work out. You might feel disappointed or frustrated, but this is often a sign that something better is waiting for you. These moments may feel like setbacks, but in reality, they are opportunities for realignment with your true path. The universe is steering you towards something more in line with your soul's purpose, even if it's not immediately obvious. So, how do you know if it's a test or a redirection? Pay attention to the energy around the situation. If you feel called to keep going and there's a sense of purpose that still resonates with your vision, then it's likely a test meant to strengthen you. If, on the other hand, the resistance feels overwhelming or like you're constantly hitting dead ends, it's a sign that you may be facing a redirection. Trust your intuition. If something no longer feels right, that's the universe giving you permission to pivot. The more you tune in, the easier it becomes to tell the difference. When you feel like giving up, it's important to take a step back and check in with yourself. Are you feeling worn out because the challenge is pushing you to grow? Or are you exhausted because something just doesn't feel aligned with your soul's path anymore? If it's a challenge, allow yourself to take a break, recharge, and then dive back in with renewed focus. Sometimes, a little pause is all you need to gain perspective and come back stronger. But if it's a redirection, give yourself permission to let go. Trust that the universe has something better in store for you, even if it's not immediately visible. Responding to these moments with patience, trust, and self-compassion is key. Know that both tests and redirections are part of your journey. One strengthens you, and the other guides you to where you're truly meant to be. Trust the process, follow the signs, and remember that the universe always has your back. I want to leave you with this: no manifestation is ever lost. Whatever it may seem like in the moment, the universe is always working in your favor. Sometimes, things don't unfold the way we expect, but that doesn't mean they're gone. Every desire you've set into motion is still on its way, just in its own divine timing. Remember, everything happens for a reason, and the universe has a way of bringing you exactly what you need when the time is right. Take a moment to reflect. What's one loss in your life that actually led to something better? Think about the times when things didn't go the way you planned, but in hindsight, you can see how it was part of a bigger picture, one that led you to where you are now. Trust that every twist and turn is guiding you toward your highest good, even if it doesn't always make sense in the moment. So, let this affirmation be your anchor as you move forward. Everything is always working out for me. Hold this truth in your heart, and know that no matter what comes your way, you are always winning. The universe has your back. If this message touched your heart and you'd like to support the channel, consider tapping the Super Thanks button found below. Your support helps us grow this community, and I'm deeply grateful for it. Please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who could use this message today, and subscribe for more. And as we part for now, always remember, your light, your love, and your presence are a gift to the world. Until next time, keep trusting in the process and know that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. Keep your beautiful light shining bright.